Hello students, welcome back to PW IELTS Prep. This is 𝐒𝐿TS Gupta, your IELTS expert, and today we are back with another video which is going to be on writing. One of the important aspects in improving your writing stands vocabulary, or I should say lexical resources. In order to improve your writing, you should improve on your lexical resources, you should improve on your vocabulary. So this lecture is going to be dedicated on vocabulary and improving your lexical resources. We are going to focus on task 1, which is in your academic, because students have a lot of issues, students have a lot of doubts in terms of improvement and relevance of vocabulary in your task 1. Every word which you are going to use in your writing has some grammatical identity. If you consider the grammatical identity before you write or use that word, it comes to its accurate usage. To improve that accuracy, we need to look forward to know the grammatical identity and use all those words according to the grammatical identities. So without wasting time, let's get started. So topics to be covered today, we'll see some verbs which are used to describe trends. We'll see some adjectives which can be used to describe changes. We'll look at some adverbs to intensify those changes, and we'll have some expressions to compare the data. Then I'll give you some more expressions for specifying the data, and we'll look at some language for describing time periods. So this is how you should be using and incorporating the verbs which you have to mention according to the trends. Increase, if some value is increasing. Decrease, other synonyms for increase and decrease could be your rise, fall, grow, decline. Fluctuate is used when something has a zigzag trend. Plateau, highest point. Peak, highest point again. Bottom out, remain stable, level off, soar, or plunge. So these are the verbs which you are going to use for describing trends. Another grammatical identity which is important to be known is your adjectives and where to use them. You should be using adjectives to describe the changes in your task 1. How? Steady, gradual, significant, dramatic, sharp, slight, moderate, rapid, slow, minimal, substantial, marginal, or considerable. By using these adjectives, you not only show your range of vocabulary, but you also show that you know how to use relevant vocabulary in your task 1. Then comes your adverbs, because adverbs can be used to intensify those changes which we have mentioned above. How can we do that? Markedly, significantly, substantially, gradually, slightly, rapidly, steadily, dramatically, negligibly, considerably, or marginally. You can use these adverbs to intensify whatever information you want to convey there, whatever change you want to state there. Then comes your expressions to compare the data. These expressions I would say are going to be used when you are comparing the data in your task 1. It could be your bar graph, it could be your line graph, it could be your table or pie charts as well. So how you are going to use that language? You can use compare to, in comparison to, in contrast, similarly, likewise, on the other hand, while, whereas, or conversely. With these expressions, you can use to compare the data. Then comes your expressions for specifying that data. When you want to specify some information, when you want to emphasize on some information. Regarding, concerning, with respect to, in terms of, as for, when it comes to, in relation to, pertaining to, as regards. So with these expressions, you can specify your information, whichever information you want to emphasize on. Then let's discuss some language for describing the time periods. This language could be used when you are basically comparing two images or when you are writing down your maps. over the course of, during, throughout, in the period, from this date to that date, over a span of, or within the time frame. These expressions can be effectively used in your writing in terms of your task 1 when you are writing about bar graphs, tables, maps, or even pie charts. To know more, stay tuned. Bye bye.